In the heart of the West Philippine Sea, a tense and dramatic standoff unfolds. Chinese ships, imposing and unyielding, form what many now call a wall of steel, a formidable blockade encircling a Filipino supply mission. The world's eyes turn to these contested waters, where every move is a message and every maneuver a test of resolve. The BRP Sindangan, a Philippine Coast Guard vessel, finds its path blocked by a much larger Chinese ship as it attempts to resupply the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusting outpost and symbol of Philippine sovereignty at a Yungan shoal. The Filipino crew, tasked with a routine mission, now faces a gauntlet of intimidation and risk. Massive Chinese Coast Guard cutters, painted white but bristling with authority, close in from all sides. They form a tight blockade, their sheer size and numbers overwhelming the smaller Filipino vessels. The message is clear: turn back or face the consequences. Undeterred, the Filipino captain calmly broadcasts their peaceful intentions and asserts their legal right to navigate these waters, invoking international law and the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. The crew's voices echo across the waves, a plea for reason and respect. The response is swift and aggressive. A powerful water cannon blast erupts from the Chinese vessel, slamming into the Sindangan's hull. Water crashes over the deck, drenching the crew and rattling the ship, a stark warning of the dangers they face. Shaken but unbroken, the Filipino crew stands their ground, faces set with determination. They brace for whatever comes next, knowing that retreat is not an option. Their resolve is tested, but their spirit remains unyielding. The Chinese ships creep ever closer, performing dangerous maneuvers just meters away from the Philippine vessel. The risk of collision is real, the tension palpable. Every second feels like it could tip into crisis. Amid the chaos, the Filipino crew documents every move. Cameras roll, capturing the intimidation and aggression for the world to see. Each frame becomes evidence, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. This footage becomes their weapon, broadcast on news channels and social media, showing the world what's happening in Philippine waters. The images spark outrage, debate, and calls for action from the international community. The mission is simple: deliver food, water, and essential supplies to the outpost. But China's blockade turns it into a high-stakes test of sovereignty, a confrontation that goes far beyond mere logistics. For the Philippine Coast Guard, this is more than a supply run. It is the front line of a geopolitical struggle, a daily battle to assert national rights and defend the country's maritime territory against a much larger adversary. Outnumbered and outgunned but never outmatched in courage, the Filipino sailors press on. Their determination is a quiet defiance, a statement that they will not be bullied or turned away from their mission. Their mission is about more than just food and water. Every crate delivered, every flag raised, is an act of defiance and a declaration of national rights. It is a message to the world that the Philippines will not yield. The world is watching closely. International journalists report from the scene, headlines flash across the globe, and analysts debate the implications. Under this global scrutiny, the Filipino crew stands firm, determined to hold the line for their country. Armed with bravery, determination, and a camera, these sailors face down a superpower. Their courage and resilience become a symbol, not just for the Philippines, but for all who stand up to defend their rights in the face of overwhelming odds. For the Philippines, these tense maritime confrontations have become an almost daily reality. What was once unthinkable, being challenged in their own waters, has now become routine. Filipino Coast Guard vessels and local fishermen find themselves constantly on alert, navigating a sea that feels less and less their own. Fishermen face daily threats, chased from traditional fishing grounds, their nets slashed or stolen, and their every move shadowed by Chinese maritime militia vessels. The sense of danger is ever present, turning what should be a peaceful livelihood into a daily struggle for survival. These small, weathered wooden boats are no match for the intimidating steel-hulled giants that loom over them. The sheer size and power of the Chinese vessels make the Filipino fishermen feel vulnerable and exposed, as if they are trespassers in their own backyard. Their livelihoods now hang in the balance, at the mercy of foreign patrols that can halt their work at any moment. Every trip to sea is a gamble, with families back home anxiously awaiting their safe return, and hoping for a catch that may never come. Many have been forced to abandon once-rich fishing areas, like Scarborough Shoal, losing not just their catch but a vital source of income that has sustained generations. The loss is more than economic, it's a blow to their identity and way of life. This mounting economic pressure is no accident. It's a deliberate strategy, an unspoken campaign to push Filipinos out of their own waters, to make the risks and losses so great that they have no choice but to give up. In response, the Philippine Coast Guard has adopted a new approach: radical transparency. Every mission, every confrontation, every act of intimidation is meticulously documented, creating a record that cannot be denied or ignored. Armed with cameras, drones, and satellite phones, Coast Guard officers gather undeniable proof of China's so-called gray zone tactics, actions that fall short of open warfare but are designed to intimidate and control. This evidence is not kept secret. It is shared with the world, broadcast on international news, presented to diplomats, and shown in global forums, exposing the actions Beijing would rather keep hidden. By shining a light on these incidents, the Philippines counters China's narrative and builds a powerful case on the international stage. Each video, each report, strengthens Manila's position and rallies support from the global community. Footage of water cannon attacks and dangerous ship maneuvers tells the real story, one of intimidation, aggression, and the daily risks faced by ordinary Filipinos. Now, the world can no longer look away. The creeping aggression in the West Philippine Sea is on full display, forcing the international community to confront a conflict that threatens not just one nation, but the rules that govern the world's oceans. By documenting every act of intimidation, the Philippines ensures that these stories are seen, heard, and remembered, keeping global attention focused on their struggle for sovereignty and justice. Dramatic footage from the West Philippine Sea sparks urgent debate in the Philippines. Some call for a stronger military, others for diplomacy and international law. The 2016 arbitral ruling is seen as a legal weapon, but military escalation is risky. A pragmatic view is gaining ground. The Philippines can't match China ship for ship. Instead, focus shifts to information, knowing what's happening at sea. Surveillance and intelligence become the first line of defense. With limited resources, every peso must count. Awareness before action is now the core of the country's evolving defense. In today's rapidly evolving security landscape, surveillance has become the Philippines' most powerful and reliable tool for safeguarding its maritime territory. With increasing tensions and unpredictable threats in the region, the ability to see, monitor, and understand what's happening at sea is more crucial than ever before. Achieving full maritime awareness fundamentally changes the nature of conflict in the South China Sea. Gray zone tactics, those ambiguous, hard-to-attribute actions, lose much of their advantage when every move is visible and recorded. The element of surprise is diminished, and transparency becomes a strategic asset. Along the Philippine coastline, a network of advanced coastal radar stations acts as an electronic tripwire. These stations are constantly scanning the horizon, detecting any vessel, large or small, that enters Philippine waters, no matter the time of day or weather conditions. This early warning system empowers the military to take proactive measures, rather than simply reacting to threats after they occur. It means the difference between being caught off guard and being ready to respond at a moment's notice. Long-range patrol aircraft and unmanned drones now provide persistent, unblinking eyes over vast stretches of ocean. These assets can monitor critical areas for hours or even days, ensuring that no suspicious activity goes unnoticed. All this live video and sensor data streams directly to high-tech command centers, where it's displayed on massive screens. This creates a real-time operational picture, allowing commanders to make informed decisions instantly. In these central hubs, data from radars, drones, and satellites is seamlessly fused together. This integration provides a comprehensive, unified view of the maritime domain, eliminating blind spots and confusion. Skilled analysts track every ship's movement, study patterns, and even predict intentions based on behavior. This allows the military to calibrate its responses, choosing the right action for each situation. Instead of being surprised by sudden blockades or incursions, the Philippines can now anticipate these moves, document them thoroughly, and respond with evidence in hand. Surveillance has truly turned the tables. Covert actions and secret maneuvers are now nearly impossible, as every suspicious ship is tracked and intercepted before it can act. In this new era, information is the country's shield, providing security, deterrence, and the confidence to defend its sovereignty with clarity and resolve. The 2012 Scarborough Shoal standoff exposed the cost of poor surveillance. The Philippines operated in the dark, unable to track Chinese vessels. China controlled the narrative and the sea, consolidating its grip while Manila reacted. A US brokered withdrawal deal failed, China stayed, the Philippines left. Lacking satellite imagery and drones, Manila couldn't verify China's actions. By the time the truth emerged, the shoal was lost. This painful lesson led to a new mantra: never again. Robust intelligence and surveillance are now non-negotiable. Without timely information, even the bravest forces are blind. The Scarborough loss drives today's obsessive focus on surveillance. The Philippines knows it can't stand alone against China. Strengthening alliances with the US, Japan, and Australia is now central. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement with the US brings joint exercises and pre-positioned assets. Japan provides patrol vessels and aircraft. Australia joins joint patrols and training. These partnerships create a coalition committed to a free Indo-Pacific. Intelligence sharing and advanced technology boost Philippine capabilities. Allied presence raises the cost of Chinese aggression. An attack on Manila now risks a multilateral response. The armed forces of the Philippines is shifting from internal security to territorial defense. Modernization is underway. New frigates, fighter jets, and missile systems are being acquired. The Horizon projects guide this transformation, focusing on maritime and air defense. Offshore patrol vessels and shore-based missile batteries now protect Philippine waters. The new assets create a powerful anti-access bubble near the coast. Every budget allocation signals a commitment to sovereignty. The focus is on assets that directly address the maritime threat. Modern radars, command systems, and precision munitions are prioritized. The military is being rebuilt for high-tech maritime defense, not jungle warfare. The Philippines is investing for the long term. Acquiring hardware is just the start. True power comes from integration. Network-centric warfare links ships, jets, and missiles into a seamless force. New C4ISR systems connect every sensor to every shooter. Drones detect threats, data flows instantly to command centers, and assets respond in real time. Joint exercises with allies show this integration in action. Interoperability makes the allied force greater than the sum of its parts. For adversaries, there are no gaps to exploit. Any move is seen and countered. The Philippines now has a true defense system, not just isolated platforms. Modern defense is about using strength intelligently and collectively. The Philippines is playing the long game. Modernization is a marathon, not a sprint. Completing the national radar network and adding more drones and patrol vessels are immediate goals. Horizon 3 envisions a submarine fleet for stealth and deterrence. Building a domestic defense industry is now a priority. Ships, ammunition, and surveillance systems made locally. This boosts the economy and reduces reliance on foreign suppliers. The strategy: complete surveillance, add ships and drones, operationalize missiles, and develop undersea capability, all while nurturing local industry and maintaining strong alliances. The Philippines is building a smarter, more resilient defense for generations to come.